Morning everyone. My name is Shuhan Ghosh and I am a second year student in the Electronics and Communication Engineering department. Today I am excited to present you on a topic that is fundamental to modern communication system. The topic is why do we need modulation? This presentation will explore the concept of modulation, its types and its importance in our daily life. So let's get into it. Before we discuss why modulation is needed, let's first understand what modulation is. The modulation is the process of modifying a carrier signal, which is a high frequency signal, to encode information from a baseband signal, which is the original information signal. The baseband signal has typically low frequency, making it unsuitable for long distance transmission. However, modulation overcomes this limitation by shifting the signal to a higher frequency, allowing it to travel efficiently over communication channels. In simple terms, modulation is like placing your message on a fast moving train, the carrier signal, to ensure it reaches its destination quickly and effectively. Modulation can be broadly categorized into two parts: analog modulation and digital modulation. In this presentation, we will focus more on the analog modulation rather than the digital modulation. So, analog modulation is further categorized into amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. Now, let's go through the definition. Amplitude modulation. The amplitude of the height of the carrier wave is varied based on the massive signal, while the frequency and phase remain constant. Frequency modulation. The frequency of the carrier wave is varied based on the massive signal, while the amplitude and phase remain constant. And phase modulation. The phase of the carrier wave is varied based on the massive signal, while the amplitude and frequency remain constant. Now let's address the core question. Why do we need modulation? There are several reasons. First of all, efficient transmission. Baseband signal like audio or video have low frequencies and cannot travel long distances without losing energy. Modulation shifts this signal to higher frequency, allowing them to propagate over long distances with minimal loss. For example, radio broadcasting uses modulation to transmit audio signal across the cities or countries. Second is frequency allocation. Electromagnetic spectrum is limited resource. Modulation allows multiple signals to share same medium by assigning each signal a unique frequency band. This is known as frequency division multiplexing. For instance, FM radio stations operate on different frequencies to avoid interference. Third is noise reduction. Communication channels are prone to noise, which can distort signal. Certain modulation techniques like FM or PM are more resistant to noise compared to baseband transmission. This is why FM radio provides a better sound quality than AM radio. Fourth is multiplexing. Modulation enables multiple signals to share the same communication channel simultaneously. Techniques like FDM and time division multiplexing rely on modulation to combine and separate signal. Cable TV system, for example, use FDM to transmit multiple channels over a single coaxial cable. Fifth is antenna size reduction. The size of the antenna is inversely proportional to the frequency of the signal it transmits. The baseband signals have low frequency, requiring impractically large antennas. Modulation increases signal frequency, allowing the use of smaller and practical antennas. This is why the mobile phones can have compact antennas. Sixth is signal security. Modulation can enhance communication security by making it difficult for the unauthorized parties to intercept or decode the transmitted information. Techniques like spread spectrum modulation or encryption based modulation are used in secure communication systems such as military or satellite communication. Modulation is not just a theoretical concept, it's something we use every day without even realizing it. Let's look at some of its application. First of all is broadcasting. Modulation is the backbone of radio and television broadcasting. It allows audio and video signal to transmit over long distance via electromagnetic waves. For example, FM radio station use frequency modulation to broadcast music with high fidelity, while digital TV uses advanced modulation techniques like quadrature amplitude modulation. Second is telecommunication. Modulation in critical in mobile network and internet communication. It allows voice, text, and data to be transmitted wirelessly or through cables. Technologies like GSM, 4G LTE, and 5G use modulation schemes such as QPSK and QOFDM to transmit data efficiently. Even your smartphone uses modulation to connect cellular towers and Wi-Fi routers. Third is satellite communication. Modulation is essential for transmitting signals between Earth and satellites. It ensures reliable communication over vast distances, even in harsh environmental conditions. Techniques like phase shift keying and QAM are commonly used in satellite communication, enabling service like satellite TV, GPS, navigation, and weather forecasting. Fourth is radar and navigation services. Modulation is used in radar system to detect objects, measure distances, and determine speeds. It is also essential in navigation systems like GPS, where the satellite transmit modulated signals that GPS receivers decode to determine the precise location and time. This technology is used in air traffic control, weather radar, and even car navigation system. In conclusion, modulation is the cornerstone of modern communication system. It enables efficient transmission of information over long distances, allows multiple signals to share the same medium, reduces noise for clearer communication, and enables the user of smaller antennas for portable devices. Its applications are vast, spanning broadcasting, telecommunication, satellite communication, and radar system. Without modulation, global connectivity and information sharing would not be possible. As technology continues to advance, modulation techniques will evolve, paving the way for faster and more reliable and secure communication system in the future. Modulation is not just for a technical concept, it's a foundation that connects the world. I end my presentation here. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation has given you a clear understanding of why modulation is so important in your daily lives.